Jaco Pieterse, principal of Bergview College in the Eastern Cape, has laid criminal injuria charges against EFF leader Julius Malema, ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula and Education MEC Fundile Gade after being publicly accused of raping a 7-year-old girl. The charges, which were filed at Sophiatown Police Station in Gauteng, include crimen injuria, intimidation, contravention of the Cybercrimes Act. All right, and for more on this story, we are now joined by AfriForum spokesperson Barry Bateman, and he is the AfriForum private prosecution spokesperson. He joins us now via our video line. Barry, thank you so much for your time this evening here in SABC News. I mean, let's start off here. We have now seen that the principal of Bergview College has since laid charges of criminal injuria against, political figures, including EFF leader Julius Malema, as well as the Secretary General of the ANC. One would ask, he has been cleared by the NPA. Why take this route?
Because the three individuals against whom the cases have been opened have harmed and violated the dignity of Mr. Pieterse. They've used their public platforms, whether it be on interviews on television or in the case of Mr. Malema and Mbalula. They were at political events, the one being a rally, the other the NEC, post-NEC briefing, where they outright referred to Mr. Pieterse as a rapist, as a child rapist, as a pedophile. Mr. Gade went as far as referring or making the false claim that Mr. Pieterse was actually being investigated for previous allegations of sexually abusing children, which is entirely, it's a lie. So it's not just about being cleared as an alleged suspect. These three individuals didn't even throw in alleged or try and pad what they were saying. They made it outright clear that he was a rapist and a pedophile. So it's for that reason that they are pursuing criminal charges against them.
And Barry, how damaging have some of these comments been, particularly for somebody who is a principal of a school? And has he been able to carry out his duties ever since?
The allegations, this entire saga has been devastating for him. He hasn't slept in his own house since the end of March. Because of the threats to his life and that of his family. His children have been contacted, his daughter, for example, through Instagram, and she was threatened with being raped herself. I mean, that's the kind of thinking of the people we deal with, that you would threaten somebody's daughter, telling them to tell your father to go and provide his DNA sample. He hasn't been back to the school to teach again or to manage the school. He is still employed by the school. But you can imagine, this is somebody who's dedicated his life to caring for children, for nurturing children, who has been drawn into this false allegation of having raped a child at his own school. And it has changed his entire life going forward. It is unclear whether he'll ever be able to work at a school again. And it's these kind of aspects that are going to be addressed. Firstly, from a criminal aspect, there must be accountability for the people who have falsely accused him. But AfriForum, the organization, not the private prosecution unit, are going to be pursuing civil damages claims against the individuals who made these claims about Mr. Pieterse.
And what would Jaco Pieterse like to see when it comes to this legal action he is now taking against Julius Malema, against Fikile Mbalula, as well as Mr. Gade there, who is the MEC?
Mr. Pieterse is a principled man. He's a teacher. He's been instilling discipline and this kind of things in children his entire life. And when somebody does something wrong, there must be consequences. And that really is the purpose and his belief in pursuing these criminal matters, that there must be accountability. You can't go on a public platform, particularly where you have influence, like a politician who speaks to the electorate, people who listen to them and believe what they say, and go and make false allegations about someone, accuse them of being a rapist when it is entirely untrue. So that's what Mr. Pieterse would like to see in terms of these criminal cases that have been opened.
And has he perhaps, through you as AfriForum, reached out to the various parties, perhaps for a formal apology or a public apology, since, I mean, these allegations were done on public platforms?
Well, as I just said earlier, they didn't make allegations against Mr. Pieterse. They outright referred to him as a rapist and a pedophile. They can provide their versions when they give a warning statement for the police, and then they can go and testify in court if they want to apologize.
All right. Thank you very much, Barry, for that update. That's Barry Bateman there from AfriForum giving us an insight in terms of the action that Jaco Pieterse, the principal of Bergview College in the Eastern Cape, has now taken, of course, opening that matter or that court matter at the Sophiatown Police Station. That was done, of course, yesterday, and wanting those who raised or said or announced those issues to be held accountable.